No, I didn't just walk across the room. I walked across the grass. Let me explain. Last month, the men's home team decided to support a time to serve by volunteering to clean a couple of parks here in San Leandro. And when we arrived at the parks, I noticed that the ranger station was set up. And so I walked over to the ranger and introduced myself and explained that members of our church were here today to help clean the parks to show our love for San Leandro. And then I left them with some information about our church and the gospel tract. Our team cleaned 3 parks that morning, and we still had time and energy, so we decided to drive on over to the marina. And at the marina, I noticed this guy was walking around with a camera and a big lens. So we stopped and chatted, and I learned that he was a reporter for the Valley Times. And he indicated he was disappointed that morning because there were so few of us there. So I told him that you just missed out a busload of kids from our church who was helping clean the shoreline this morning, and that our pastor was here as well. So I pointed him to Pastor Steve. He went over and introduced himself to Pastor Steve, and Pastor Steve was able to give him some more information about our church and our ministries. If you're a resident of Castro Valley, you probably saw a big picture of Pastor Steve and a smaller picture of Ed Zhang in the Valley Times.
About a month ago, Pastor Dana challenged us to just walk across the room to somebody that we know. So I decided on Good Friday I would make cupcakes and bring it to work. And the cupcakes I made was red velvet, so it symbolized Christ's blood and also his body. And when you take it out of I put it into little Easter eggs. So when you take it out of the egg, it represents Christ's resurrection. I didn't expect the outcome that I got from my coworkers when I gave it to them. I expected to just give them one by one to certain people. But as I got to work, a whole bunch of people came up to me, and I was able to share about Christ to a whole bunch of people all at once. It was really awesome, and it was very unexpected. And it was truly a blessing to see how people were willing to hear what I had to say.
So my just walk across the room moment happened when I was at home and I was on a computer, and I decided to IM one of my former students and just to see how she was doing. And in talking, she brought up the topic of her relationship with God and how she felt like it was going away. And so talking about that, we came to the conclusion that she really didn't have a relationship with God because she never accepted Christ as her personal Savior. And so I took that as the opportunity. I took that opportunity to share with her the gospel. And at the end, she wasn't quite ready to accept Christ as her personal Savior. And so I told her to continue to think about what we talked about, and that I would pray for her and follow up with her in a couple of weeks. I got a chance to talk to her about a week ago, and she's getting closer but still has a lot of questions. And so I guess slowly, surely God will work